Tonight on Her Say, we discuss matters widows and inheritance. Now, the United Nations estimates around 258 million widows globally, and experience from the past has seen most of them denied their inheritance rights. So what interventions, if any, have been made to ensure they even know their rights? That's a conversation we shall be having with my guests who are already with me in studio. Diana Kamande, Margaret Ngima, karibuni sana ladies. We shall have that conversation shortly, but first, let's take a look at the highlights.
Na mnakubali ya kwamba kiongozi yeyote ambaye atazuia maendeleo hapa Kiambu, naambia yeye mambo yake ni matatu.
President William Ruto orders the repossession of government land grabbed by cartels in Kiambu County and warns county leaders to stop wrangles.
Why do you say you want dialogue? And then on the other side, we see the same people who are on the other side now going to court to prevent the same conversation.
Kenya Kwanza and Azimio unite in calling out Kenyans who went to court seeking to block the ongoing bipartisan talks.
This country needs fixing by the church, by all of us.
And tonight we tell you the story of Turkana, one of scarcity amongst abundance.
Have we devolved sufficient resources to Turkana County for it to be visible?
Welcome to the broadcast. We're glad you could join us on this last day of September, the 30th of September 2023. We invite you to engage with us on our social media handles at TV47 News on X, TV47 Kenya on Facebook, and my X handle is at Grace Korea KE. Once again, welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Rhoda Nyomai, and my name is Grace Korea Kanja. Now tonight, President William Ruto has broken his silence on Kiambu County leadership wrangles, pitting County Governor Kimani Wamatangi and area elected leaders. Now the president, who spoke during the launch of the Thika Magumu Road in Gatundu North constituency, said he will not allow politicking at the expense of development in the region, telling the leaders to unite. The president further directed all government land grabbed by cartels to be repossessed and those occupying premises to be evicted immediately. Apollo Kamau kicks us off tonight.
Kiambu County leadership wrangles and wanton land grabbing by cartels was on President William Ruto's crosshairs when he launched the Thika Magumu A3 road in Gatundu North constituency. A tough-speaking President Ruto calling Kiambu County leadership to order, saying he will not allow the leaders' differences to derail his development agenda.
Munasema tuwache vita ya siasa, viongozi wote waungane ndio tutekeleze mambo ya maendeleo, na mnakubali ya kwamba kiongozi yeyote ambaye atazuia maendeleo hapa Kiambu, naambia yeye mambo yake ni matatu. Sio kama tunaelewana? Mambo ya maendeleo is not negotiable. Development in Kiambu is not negotiable with anybody.
President William Ruto further ordered the eviction of cartels who have grabbed government land slated for development projects and the affordable housing program, which the president will launch in December.
So, Bwana Wamatangi na county government, mupange maneno vile tulikubaliana. Regional Commissioner, wale watu wote wamekalia shamba ya serikali mahali tunataka kufanya affordable housing, watoke mara moja. Na nyinyi vijana, mujipange, kwa sababu hizo nyumba 10,000 tunaanzisha Disemba. Ile nilikuja kuanzisha pale Ruiru, saa hii imefika 50%. Na nilikuja kuanzisha miezi 3 iliyopita.
Kiambu County Governor Kimani Wamatangi, who is embroiled in bitter wars with elected leaders in the county, telling the president cartels have been financing leaders to frustrate his development agenda.
Vile mimi kama governor, shida yenye nimekuwa naye na vita kubwa ni wakora wenye walikuja wakanyakua ardhi. Your Excellency, pale Kiambu ile mahali nilikuonesha ardhi, ile ilikuwa 4.5 acres. Tulienda na watu yako na contractor. Tukienda kuitisha document nusu imekatwa na tajiri mmoja. Your Excellency, kila mahali hata tukienda kujenga hospitali unapata kuna mtu kiongozi wa zamani mwingine alidanganya watu na matajiri wamenyakua ardhi. Kilio yangu imekuwa ni hiyo.
Kiambu County MPs and MCAs have accused Wamatangi of running a one-man show in county projects, high-handedness and politicizing projects proposed by elected leaders by delaying to approve them intentionally.
Governor, tafadhali tushirikiane, hawa wakora wanaiba mashamba, kama unawajua, huyu ndiye commander in chief na amesema wakora wote mambao ni mangapi? Sasa tuletewa hiyo majina. Mimi kama senator nitaita huyo kwenye Senate, tumuone mchana na arudishie watu wa Kiambu mashamba yao. Tuache kupiga siasa na mashamba ya Kiambu.
The construction of the 10,000 affordable units is envisioned to employ 20,000 youths while reducing rent from the market price of 20,000 shillings to 6,000 shillings. Apul Kamau, TV47.
Right. Thank you, Apollo Kamau, for that. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has issued a stern warning to cattle rustlers, saying that the government will not spare any region in the fight to eradicate cattle rustling. Now, speaking in Isiolo during a Thanksgiving ceremony, Rigathi says the government will not allow its citizens to take the law into their and cause insecurity because of cattle rustling. Now, this comes after Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale gave a warning to the communities harboring cattle rustlers at the border of Isiolo and Laikipia. Isiolo Member of Parliament Mumina Bonaya praised the Kenya Kwanza administration for working with State Department of Petroleum PS Mohamed Liban, who hails from Isiolo County.
Tuko na shule watu wasome, wengine waende kazi, wengine wakuwa wafugaji. Hii maneno ya kuchukua ng'ombe na mbuzi ya majirani tuachane nayo.
The Secretary of Defense, my colleague from the US, was here for 2 days. And the US, we work together with them very well. We share intelligence. We work with them both in our country and within the region and the whole of
Nashukuru sana Naibu Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Huyu Rigiji, yeye ametufundisha kitu moja kama viongozi ambao tunakuwa, kwamba tuwe watu wa kusema ukweli.
Let's go to Kisii now, where 5 suspects have been arrested in connection with a series of break-ins in Nyamondo village that is in Kisii County, just a day after residents took matters into their hands and torched down houses suspected to belong to gangsters. The locals, who are now living in fear, have narrated how the thieves have been making them have sleepless nights. 4 more suspects are still at large.
Ilikuwa siku ya Alhamisi kuamkia jana saa 12 ndio niliamuka kaamuza mama aende kukamua. Kufika pale tukapata mama kaniambia hakuna kuku, hakuna kifuri, wametoa. Sasa nikamuka kuangalia, nikapata kwa kweli wamefunja, wamepeleka kuku 8 wakaenda nazo. Sasa nilipoangalia hivyo nilirudi ndani ya nyumba, nikaita watoto wangu hawa, kawaambia kuku zimeenda, hakuna la kufanya. Sasa tuende tuandike OP.
Wanakijiji wako na hofu na ndio maana wanalilia serikali kuu, waziri wa ulinzi Kindiki aingilie kati.
Now, after doing some search, we arrested 5 suspects which are in the police cells waiting to be arraigned in court at Ogembo Law Court on Monday.
Right, and male circumcision reduces the risk of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections, including human papillomavirus, that is HPV. In 2009, Wuhu Medical Company in China developed a simplified technique on circumcision by the use of a disposable device dubbed Shang Ring, which completely eliminates the need for stitching and cutting of the male reproductive organ. But is this innovation embraced by Kenyans? Reporter Elizabeth interacted with officials of the company behind the Shang Ring innovation and filed this report.
Male circumcision is one of the oldest and most common surgical procedures traditionally undertaken as a mark of cultural identity, rite of passage, and religious importance. In Kenya, current statistics describe 84% of male population as circumcised. Of the circumcised men, about 85% had the operation done by a traditional service provider. The practice is mainly done by the Agikuyu, Maasai, Luya, Abagusi and Kalenjin communities in Kenya. But times have changed, especially with the emerging technologies. Hence, some men opt to visit the hospital for the procedure, as some stick to their traditional way of circumcision. But there is something new: circumcision done by the use of a special disposable ring dubbed shang ring. The shang ring consists of two parts, the inner ring and an outer ring, with a diameter of 9 to 42 millimeters, used by both children and adults. The ring is inserted in the male reproductive organ by a certified medic and falls off after 7 days.
Then you slip the inner ring to go down and then come to the place where you're supposed to cut. Yeah, and then you clip now with the outer ring. So then we slit one side, we cut the foreskin completely. When we are done, the place is already neat and good and circumcision is over within 3 to 5 minutes.
This type of circumcision is said to be safer compared to the conventional way of circumcision, considering no blood is lost, as it does not involve cutting and stitching.
When you clip like this completely, it means you have capped the blood circulation, so there's no blood flow from this end towards that end.
Sinino Omukolongolo and Anthony Nyongesa are elders in charge of circumcision among the Luya community. They have strongly criticized the use of shang ring circumcision, saying it poses a serious threat to the African tradition way of circumcision.
Na hiyo ngozi inatoka, wanatuharibia watoto wetu, miaka sijazo watoto watalala na mabibi.
Counties from Nyanza region are said to have been targeted in the new form of circumcision. Mixed reactions were elicited when we engaged some youth to get their views on this mode of circumcision.
We prefer the real circumcision, where you go, they cut the foreskin, then after that, whatever the pain, as a man, you have to undergo the pain.
Hiyo mambo ya kutairia wasio Chinese, mimi napenda. Sababu haita kuwa na uchungu kama hizi zetu za kawaida. Hizi mtu ameingia kwa amekatwa na ile kisu imekuwa na ni mbaya, sasa inapata mtu wengine wanapoteza maisha.
Umezaliwa tumepata, sisi tulikuwa tunatairiwa na upanga au kisu. Sasa mimi ina support ya kwamba hiyo the way tulikuwa tunatumia tuendelee kutumia hivyo.
But so far, many surely after research it was done in Nyanza, more people have been circumcised. And we have even we had the tender and we even managed to go with the KEMSA.
Male circumcision is said to reduce cases of HIV and AIDS by 65%, considering that circumcision removes tissues in the foreskin that is particularly vulnerable to the virus. It further reduces the risk of acquiring human papillomavirus HPV linked to the cervical cancer by 24 to 37%.
They used to use those knives even when we say that the HIV is gotten rid of. It's because they used the same knife. You think this is a child has no HIV, but the matter was positive.
Na wazungu wakileta hiyo vitu hapa, nitawapepea hii fimbo wataruka. Waende wasimame waje watuulize ni sisi ni nani. Na tunafanya utamaduni kwa njia gani?
The only question that lingers now is the shang ring circumcision the way to go, or should we just stick to the traditional way of circumcision? You be the judge. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.
Different reactions, especially from men, on that piece there by my colleague Elizabeth Atieno, including from my colleagues here in studio, Charles. He shall be sharing his views with us later on. Okay, fine. Nick says here tumekata sawa. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that. Let's move on. The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and leaders from both political divides have condemned the move by 3 Kenyans, that is Issa Elanyi Chamao, Patrick Karani Ekirapa, and Paul Ngweyo Kirui, who moved to court on a certificate of urgency intending to stop the National Dialogue Committee from conducting the ongoing bipartisan talks between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. Let's get more from Eric Mateka.
The Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi, who was speaking in Matuga constituency, Kwale County, castigated the 3 who challenged the legality and constitutionality of the committee, whose formation they say contravenes various provisions of the Constitution. Musalia calling them out for misusing their right to go to court. Musalia noted that the bipartisan talks have saved the country from the demonstrations that plunged the nation into a dark place.
Don't misuse your constitutional right to go to court. Sisi kama serikali ya Kenya Kwanza tuko tayari. We have committed ourselves to this dialogue and we are saying we want through dialogue, not through maandamano, not through fujo. We want Kenyans to talk and then through parliament, the elected representatives of the people, wapelekewe report, and through that report, they make the decision and Kenya moves forward.
The National Dialogue Committee co-chair Kalonzo Musyoka and DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa also weighed in on the matter, noting the good progress that the talks have made.
We are making good progress at Bomas. Under the leadership of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as our team leader, we can assure the country we're on the right track.
And that is where we have taken it upon ourselves to bring this dialogue. I'm not afraid of any people challenge these things. I want to see actually which Kenyan does not want Kenyans to live together.
The Speaker of the Senate, Amason Kingi, called on the dialogue team to major in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Secretariat and the IEBC selection panel agenda issues.
To the dialogue team, kuna vitu ambavyo ni muhimu tuvipatie kipao mbele, and one of those things is reconstituting of the IEBC. Let the process get finished in the way that it is supposed to. Let it follow the logical conclusion. Wale wamekaa waongee, mambo iishe, Kenya iendelee.
Should the court issue the prayers sought by the petitioners, the move will likely deal a blow to the process. The talks are expected to commence on Tuesday next week. Eric Matika, TV47.
All right, thank you so much, Eric Matika, for that. So we take our first commercial break here on TV47 Weekend Edition. But don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We're back with more.
All this done on file today.
But again, boss, it's already fine.
I say today.
Can I do it tomorrow?
Today.
Wait. What? 1 million? I quit. Excuse me, boss. I quit.
How do you quit? What are you going to do?
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Muyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja.
Right. right, thank you so much for staying with us. Let's take you to Turkana County now, which is one of the counties ravished by poverty year in, year out, termed as arid land, with residents facing drought, hunger, lack of clean water, electricity, among other challenges, which bring about not only diseases but death, despite of devolution, which was meant to bring service close to Mwananchi. But do you know that Turkana County is one of the other counties which has a major share of natural resources, like Lake Turkana, which has indigenous fish, Lake Turkana wind power, River Takwel, oil, gold, sapphire, copper, among other resources. From the natural resources, our reporter Elizabeth Mutuku toured the county during the Senate Mashinani and has the following report.
Aerial view of Turkana County. Even more beautiful scenes await you as you land. This is in contrast to the perpetual narrative about Turkana that is a region of drought and scarcity. According to government and independent bodies data, Turkana County is among the poorest counties, a phenomenon occasioned by dry climate conditions. Besides that, 92% of Kenyans here live below $2 a day. What is little known, however, is that this county is heavily endowed with natural resources and minerals such as gold, copper, iron ore, sapphire, among other gemstones. These blessings is, however, beyond the reach of residents here, with foreign companies which come here to mine minerals benefiting the most. Residents are left to scramble for scraps, begging the question, who is to blame?
Efficiently, to say that the government has really committed itself. We would like to see the government coming in full force to ensure that the people of this Turkana area benefit.
Some of the untapped opportunities which can change the county, especially creation of jobs, include two main rivers, River Kerio and River Takwel, which, if well utilized, can resolve the persistent drought through irrigation. According to Katilu Irrigation Scheme leadership in Lokchar area, the land has potential of over 200,000 acres irrigation, though have managed to farm only 2,000 acres due to lack of budget, insecurity, among other challenges.
Na kuna hii Takwel ambayo saa hii mradi inapata maji kutoka. Na hii miti yote miwili ikitumika kwa utaratibu na tutumie ile potential yote iko, tunaweza fikia hata eka 1,200.
Lishe wa Turkana wetu ambayo wako jangwani. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni support ya serikali ya county na support ya serikali ya national. Kwa hivyo mambieni Samoei Ruto, sisi tulipiga kura mzuri.
The Lake Turkana wind power is also in County 023, provides power to the whole country. Question on whether it has touched the lives of locals remains unresolved. According to the leaders we talked to, insist the county has great potential of providing more power to cater for its needs and the country at large.
I'm planning, and it's in my 9-point agenda, that we need to put to tap our wind. We also have sand here. That if tapped, we can even get over 100 megawatts of energy here, so that can be even connected into the national grid as we use, because we can't use all of it.
Another major resource is oil, which for now is under Talo Company, which started its business from 2012. This bringing major hope to the locals through a promise of remitting 20% to the county. But since then, the Energy Committee found out nothing has been done, despite the company making tune of billions. But who is to be responsible?
Information of how much it was sold for and what happened to that money, the question has not been clearly answered. It is an issue that we are going to follow up with EPLA. We are going to follow up with the ministry.
After they finish, they have been paying community some projects only, social corporate responsibility, but not any cash. So what the community expected, when you lease, You finish with the county government and then you come.
Lake Turkana remains a gold mine following its saline nature and indigenous fish, which according to data is underfished due to fishermen lacking modern fishing equipment, as they decry negligence by both county and national government.
Sio hii mboti ambao inamaliza miaka 5 na inaharibika. Nasa shida bado tena tunarudia wapi? Kwa serikali. Hii shida yetu ya uvuvi haiishi.
Tuko na commission na cooperatives katika national government. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni mambo tutaangalia sana, kwa sababu kimsingi tusipoangalia wavuvi na wenye wanahusika na biashara ya samaki hapa, ni kusema kwamba watu wengine watakuwa wananufaika na wavuvi na wakazi hapa wataendelea kuteseka, ili hao bahari ni yao.
Turkana County has received over 100 billion shillings in the last 10 years, but according to a report by Senate County Public Accounts Committee, much has been embezzled majorly on stalled projects, and their visit in the county was an eye-opener.
Devolve sufficient resources to Turkana County for it to be visible. You know, if you throw a coin into the lake, you can't ask people, where is that coin? How comes I can't see it? It's because what you dropped perhaps was too little.
Also, more needs to be done. All I can say is that little has been done by the Turkana government, the Turkana county government, and the national government.
I think the people of Turkana have witnessed firsthand how the Senate works, and I can comfortably say we have achieved the objective.
All said and done, how and when will the people of Turkana benefit from the blessings of Turkana?
The state of financial mismanagement that we have seen in Turkana over the last 10 years, I think we could reach the conclusion that this is a crime scene. We are here with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. We want them to take an interest and take time to find out what happened with the 100 billion that came to Turkana.
Turkana County is just but an example of the rot which is being witnessed in the 47 devolved units, even as governors decry of funds to be channeled in the counties. Now the challenge is to the EACC and other relevant institutions to ensure that the culprits are brought to book. Elizabeth Mutuko, TV47, Lodwar, Turkana County.